The year was 2003. You had just gotten home, turned on your tube television to M television, and came across this scene here.
Oh, Snoop, phone call.
Then
I'm going to make the video.
for sure, whatever it is.
Wait, that's Snoop Dogg in Rio de Janeiro. He said, "Hey, what's up?" No, weren't you just dreaming? You were witnessing the birth of one of the greatest hip-hop classics right here in Brazil. Today, I'll reveal the full truth about Snoop Dogg's song, Beautiful. I'm Guilherme, and this is DACIFRAHITS. On January 27, 2003, Snoop Dogg, who is best known for his laid-back style and gangster lyrics, surprised the world by releasing the song Beautiful. The music video not only showed a completely new and unknown side of the rapper, but it also had the honor of being recorded. In my opinion, Rio de Janeiro is the most beautiful city in the world, and Snoop couldn't have picked a better place to shoot this video. And look, people even tried to warn him that Brazil had its dangers.
And they said, it's the kidnapper's favorite place. I said, what? What? Yeah, they kidnapped celebrities there. What?
But he came anyway. Oh, and they also told him not to step into the favelas, but he went.
They said, don't go to the favelas. I said, what's a favela?
And thanks to that, he created an iconic music video that not only changed his view of Brazil forever, but also his own music career. But how did Snoop Dogg end up here in Brazil? Where did he go in Rio de Janeiro? And who were the Brazilians who had the honor of meeting Uncle Snoop? To understand that, we need to go back to the year 2002. That year, Snoop Dogg had just released his 6th album, Pay the Cost to Be the Boss. He still had to shoot a music video for the album's main single, Beautiful. And being a native of Long Beach, California, Snoop was always used to the beach, beautiful women, and lots of sunshine. But this time, he wanted something different. Characters. He wanted to shoot in a place he had never been before. That's when he met with director Chris Robinson, who is the same guy who had shot the video, From P to MP. By the way, they lit up a big joint and had a great discussion, worthy of the most refined dialogues of Socrates and Plato.
Memories from Brazil. I was sitting in my living room with Chris Robinson, spinning the globe. We kept spinning a globe saying, let's film somewhere new, spin it. Then it landed on Brazil. And I said, Brazil? The guy grabbed a brochure, opened it, and showed me what Brazil was like, and I said, oh, let's go there.
This conversation proves that the best things often come from simple ideas. When he got here, Uncle Snoop didn't waste any time and went straight to visit the favelas. And with great guidance, he didn't pick just any favela to shoot the music video. He chose the Tavares Bastos community. Located in the Catete neighborhood, in the south zone of Rio de Janeiro, it's the only community in Rio that isn't dominated by either drug traffickers or militias. And that's due to a small reason. Choice? That's where the headquarters of the Batalhão de Operações Policiais Especiais is. That's all. This made it easier to film the beautiful music video in several movies like Elite Squad from 2007 in the community, and even The Incredible Hulk from 2008. At the beginning of the music video, we see this boy at the top of the hill, looking at the scenery, when the phone rings and someone asks to speak with Snoop Dogg.
Talk to me.
Hi, let me talk to Snoop.
The kid runs through the alleys of the favela to deliver the phone until, at a certain moment, he passes by this house. Here, where it says The Maze, which is a guest house, a cultural center in the Tavares Bastos community, and it was built in a mosaic style, literally an open-air work of art. It's such a beautiful place with an amazing view that Snoop Dogg chose it as a location for the beautiful music video. He actually appears on the Maze's terrace in this scene, receiving the phone while having his hair braided by a Brazilian woman and throwing out some nice karaoke slang when he answers. Right after, the music starts and we see Snoop Dogg and Pharrell Williams sitting on the stairs. Celeron. For those who don't know, Pharrell Williams is none other than one of the greatest hip-hop producers in history. In Brazil, most people likely know him for his rap hits. and get lucky? But abroad, he's well known for his music production work in the duo The Neptunes, which he created together with the producer Chad Hugo. And in the case of Beautiful, the Neptunes not only produced the song, but Pharrell also had a direct part in the iconic chorus of the song. The curious thing is that even though it was iconic, Pharrell himself didn't really like his part in Beautiful, as he mentioned in this interview here. Here.
Snoop loved Beautiful, I didn't. Mainly because I was singing completely out of tune, and I just couldn't hear myself.
Pharrell's problem with Beautiful was that he thought his voice sounded too high-pitched. One time he even said he was sweating like Mickey Mouse. On this song, check it out.
When I listen to Frontin' or Beautiful, I hear Mickey Mouse.
No. Pharrell, please don't ruin that song. I love it.
Hey kids.
No, seriously, Pharrell. With the iconic oh, oh, oh. Forget it, man. For me, it's awesome. But what a lot of people don't know is that besides Pharrell and Snoop Dogg, there's also a third voice in Beautiful, which is the singer Charles Wilson, who's the one singing these parts right here, see? Charles Wilson is an R&B singer. He became more famous in the 80s along with his group, the Gap Band. Anyone who played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas will remember this classic hit. Going back to the Beautiful music video, Snoop Dogg and Pharrell are sitting on the Celeron steps, which is another open-air artwork in Rio de Janeiro. It links Lapa and Santa Teresa neighborhoods, and it was decorated by the Chilean artist Jorge Celeron, using more than 2,000 tiles that he painted himself, brought from over 60 different countries. Besides the Beautiful music video, this staircase has also been the setting for many famous music videos, like the classic Welcome by U2. And I could have sworn that Michael Jackson had also filmed a music video scene there, but I looked it up and saw that it was just the Mandela effect, creating false memories in my head. But there's an interesting and even rather tragic fact about this staircase. Its decoration wasn't even finished at the time when the Beautiful music video was filmed. Celeron used to say the staircase would only be complete upon his death, when he would become part of it and thus be immortalized. The strangest part is this really happened. On January 10, 2013, the body of George Celeron was found burned, next to a can of thinner, on one of the steps of the staircase, a death that remains unexplained to this day. By the way, I even found this video here of Snoop Dogg talking with George Celeron himself during the filming of Beautiful. Check it out.
I got a tile from California, from Ojai. A small town of artists, Ojai. Yes, in Northern California. Do you know it?
You're brave. Nice job.
And as he walks up the stairs, Uncle Snoop comes across a young woman hanging a towel out the window. He invites her out, she accepts, and the two spend a good part of the video together. This woman is the Brazilian model Michelle Martins, who, by the way, was always chosen to shoot music videos with American artists here in Brazil. I know this because our partner Lay from Rap Hop already made a full video about her. I'll leave the link in the description. Another memorable scene from the video is when Uncle Snoop goes out with Pharrell for a stroll on Copacabana Beach, simply the most famous beach in the world. But what I thought was coolest was how they managed to bring some lowrider cars to the Copacabana boardwalk. Those lowered cars that bounce up and down with hydraulic suspension. Classics from the 90s culture of the California ghetto. Man, it's a shame that at the time, I was only 12 years old and didn't even know who Snoop Dogg was yet. But I can only imagine how lucky those guys were who managed to show up in the area during the filming of this classic. One of the cameramen from Snoop Dogg's crew even posted this behind the scenes of Beautiful on YouTube. In it, you can really see how the Brazilians welcomed them. The video's cool, the only thing that ruins it is the cameraman himself, who's a real jerk. He keeps talking a bunch of crap about Brazil, like saying we're all starving and that the only good thing here is the women's bodies.
They're really poor in Brazil. They're so broke they can't even buy a meal voucher. But the women are amazing.
I even tried to use some behind-the-scenes footage to make this video, but 90% of it is just him showing women in bikinis and talking nonsense. But there are about 10% of cool scenes you can watch. Even though the cameraman was a jerk, Snoop's relationship with Brazilians, thank God, was very different. The guy played with the kids, signed autographs, took pictures with fans, jumped into the crowd, and even became a drum master. At the time, Snoop Dogg was already pretty famous around here, mainly because of the hit The Next Episode from 1999. As for the Brazilians, the reception was with that warmth that only we have. Man, look at the vibe of these fans, dude. I don't even know you, but thank you so much for representing our love for Uncle Snoop. After Copacabana, Snoop Dogg visited Parque Lage, an artistic and cultural site in Rio de Janeiro at the foot of Corcovado, offering a prime view of Christ the Redeemer. Inside it, there's this historic mansion that's open for visitors. It was also a set for the Black Eyed Peas' Don't Lie music video. For filming The Expendables in 2010. Inside Parque Lage, Snoop invited the people from the samba school Académicos de Grande Rio to make a special appearance and end the music video on a high note. You know, while researching for this script, I heard a lot of people complaining that this music video reduces Brazil to samba, soccer, beaches, and women. People say the video doesn't show the real Brazil. But honestly, it's up to Brazilians, not foreigners, to show what Brazil is really like. The foreigner will demonstrate his knowledge, and that's already sufficient, right? As we've seen, Uncle Snoop not only respects our people and our culture, but he also loves Brazil and has shown that many times over the years. Man. The fact that he came here to shoot the beautiful music video not only completely changed his view of the country, but also the content of his music in general. Pharrell's influence played a major role, as Snoop Dogg told Billboard in 2025. Beautiful is a great song with a powerful meaning. Brazil is wonderful, and the experience was incredible. Pharrell introduced me to a new side of music. In the rap scene I came from, disrespecting women was normal. He taught me to be respectful to women in this song, and that brought out a different version of myself. This song is more than just a music video with beautiful women. It gave me a chance to make music where I praise what I love, instead of putting down what I love.
My first verse would be, beach, let me... No, hold on. Stop, it can't be like that. It must be about a beautiful woman. Okay, I know you're going to lose your mind. This is the new one from Snoop. Come on, baby. You have to get into this. Yes, just like that.
Snoop's change of style was the best move he made. Words are powerful. Unfortunately, he only found that out in the worst possible way. Because exactly 10 years before Beautiful, Snoop Dogg wasn't the chill and cool guy we know today. Quite the opposite. He was a reckless gangsta who wrote songs about being accused of murder. Until life imitated art. He was involved in a real-life homicide case and nearly received a life sentence.